Howdy folks, my name's Aaron, and I want to share with you today some things I've learned from a game I've been playing a lot lately called Sea of Thieves. Now, I'm no professional. In fact, I've only been playing the game for about 2 months, but there's a lot of things I picked up along the way that I think could be helpful to you. Now, there's a huge learning curve to this game. In fact, there are some things I learned just yesterday that I was able to put into the video, and I'm still learning new things every day. But I think this could save you some time. So let's get into it. The first thing I like to do when I awaken from my pirate's slumber is raid all the nearby barrels. When you die in this game, you get to keep everything that's in your pockets. However, you lose everything that's on your ship. So you're going to want to take care of yourself and your ship, and to a lesser extent, your crew. Alright, next up, I want to share some of the controls I've learned in the game options menu. I'm playing on PC, so I'm not sure how to access the game options menu on Xbox, but on the keyboard it's going to be the escape button. However, I'm playing with the Nintendo Switch Pro controller, so for me it's going to be the select button or the minus button. First up, we got My Crew, and in here you're going to be able to change your crew type from closed to open. If you're playing solo, you're going to want to keep that crew type closed. However, at any point during the game, if you want someone to join you, you could always vote to change crew type to open. Now, any random person can join you. It could be from someone's first time playing to someone who's been playing since the beta. It really just depends on who's logging on to that server open crew at the time. Now, even though your crew type is closed, if you have the allow friends to join me option on yes, that will allow any of the friends you made to join you at any time during the game, even if your crew type is closed. Down on the bottom left-hand part of the screen, it'll tell you what button to press in order to invite your friends. For me, it's X. I noticed for a while that some of the friends I was making weren't showing up on that list. I think that's because I'm on Steam and they're not. So in order to fix that, you got to go to xbox.com or download the Xbox app and create an account. After you do that, it'll allow you to accept their friend request and also to message them. Next, I want to show you a couple things in settings. Here, you can set macros, or quick keys if you will, in keyboard and mouse and controller. In the input part, you can change the sensitivity to your mouse and keyboard or your controller. By default, it's going to have the controller sensitivity a little lower than the mouse and keyboard, which gives you a slight disadvantage I've noticed. So what I did was I turned it all the way up, but that made me really sick actually. So I decided to inch my way up 5 points at a time until I got comfortable. Here, you could also change the aim to your guns. I recommend raising the eye of reach because for some reason the defaults for those is really slow. Next up, the microphone options, which you could find in audio settings. It's towards the bottom on push to talk. Here, you can set it to off, which will mean your microphone will be on 100% of the time while you're playing. Or hold, where you have to press a button in order for the mic to be on. Or toggle, where you press that same button for the mic to be on or off, depending on when you press the button. However, it won't tell you when your mic is on or off. And I feel like I would lose track, especially in the heat of battle or something. So I like to have mine on hold, where it's kind of like a walkie-talkie, where I have to press a button in order for them to hear me. You can set that button by going up to keyboard and mouse or controller, whatever you're playing with. I have mine on keyboard and mouse because there's just not enough buttons on my Switch Pro controller. So down here, in interaction, it'll be push to talk. I have mine set to number pad 0. I have to let go of my controller every time I want to talk to someone, but I feel like it's worth it to have my planks or my bucket or my throwables a lot more quicker than if I wanted to talk to someone. I think it's a little more worth it. Alright, let's talk a little bit about the emissaries. When I first started this game, a lot of people were talking about commendations and emissary flags, and I was like, oh, I've heard of those words, I think. There's going to be 4 emissaries that you can do when you first start. First up is the Gold Hoarder's dude. His table is going to be right next to him. Next up, you have the Order of Souls lady. Where'd she put that skull? Her table is right here. And next up is the Merchant Alliance. And usually kind of hidden is the Reaper under this lively fellow here. There's all going to be these tables where you can vote to represent that emissary. If someone else is already representing it, there will be a little sailboat. And then if you choose to do it, you will have a little boat on there too. And then you could always vote to drop the flag as well. The purpose of the emissaries is to give you a bonus in gold and reputation. It'll be represented on your flag from level 1 to level 5, 5 being the highest. Although, you're going to want to be careful because people will sink you just for that flag. Here, I have a gold hoarder's flag grade 5, and as you can see, that gives you a nice chunk of money when you sell it to the Reaper. If you want, as an option, at the Merchant Alliance, you can always choose to browse resources and commodities and grab cannonballs, fruit crate, storage crate, wood crate. I think the storage crate is the most useful. You get it with X, and one thing you can do is you can hold your item crate up to the barrel in order to quickly take or store all of the things you want to need. I like to leave the item crates empty, so if my ship gets sunk, all of my good things get sunk with it, and whoever sinks me gets an empty item crate. Another tip is while you're sailing on a sloop, you can easily see the map by just stepping right behind you and getting back to the wheel. Another useful tip is on your cannons, when you're holding it, if I press the L button, I'm not sure what it would be on the keyboard or Xbox controller, but it'll give me the option to load my blunder bombs, fireballs, or whatever else I want. If you have a chest of rage, you can just use a bucket of water to keep him cooled down so he doesn't explode on your ship. Not only can you harpoon up treasure and people, but if you connect it to a rock or an island, you can also pull yourself towards that rock or island. For me, it's the left trigger button. I harpoon with the right trigger, and then I pull myself in with the left trigger. If you want to join someone's alliance, you gotta go all the way up to your crow's nest. And next to the bell, you have your ship flag box. In here, for me, it's right button I press, and next to the alliance flag, it'll give you an option to join someone else when their alliance flag is up as well, and then you both get to share in 100% of the gold and reputation. Although in my experience, no one ever really wants to join an alliance, they just want to do some PvP. Okie dokie! I hope I was able to help you, even if it was just a little bit. There's a few things I didn't touch on, like the commendations, which are pretty much just achievements you can do to unlock certain items in the game. That's how I was able to get all the party boat stuff. It's actually under Build Rats, and in there you go to Buried Treasure. You're able to track all your stats on seaofthieves.com, so you can check out your pirate stuff even without logging onto the game. That's actually how you get Twitch drops too, is you got to make an Xbox account, an account for the Sea of Thieves, and then also on Twitch. You sync them all up, and that's how you get the Twitch drops. That's just a few things I wanted to touch on. There's much more I would like to share with you guys, but I hope this does for now. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.